Good morning and a very warm welcome to another CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series event live from the amazing convention center here in San Juan. This is day one of the Puerto Rico Medalla Light Women's Open, and our first match, well, what a match it is. CHIE-YU versus Amber CHEN. It's 2 races to 4 as usual, of course. It's 10 ball, cool shot, and with me in the booth, well, how can I describe him? Puerto Rico is famous for its coffee exports, but their biggest export ever, I think, has been Tony Robles, and making his home to his homeland is Mr. Saint Juan Antonio Robles.
That's great. Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate the warm welcome. And yes, it's I am beyond excited to be here back at La Isla de Encanto, the island of enchantment. This is where my parents were born. And I have a lot of family and friends here, and I have people visiting me already today, and I'm super excited that they were able to bring this event to Puerto Rico and give the people from Puerto Rico, the players from Puerto Rico, the opportunity to shine, because we have a lot of great talent in the island.
It's very well said, Tony. I couldn't have put it better myself. Well, I actually couldn't have put it better myself. I don't speak Spanish, for one. Right, first break of the day then for CHOU, the reigning 10-ball women's world champion, of course. Won that title back in July, I think it was, in Klagenfurt in Austria. And this is the women's Medalla Light, and she's playing against the Canadian champion here, Tony. So there's a lot of quality in this beautiful arena here. Look at that beautiful arena. I've got to say, I'm loving
this arena. Is gorgeous. Just a convention center. If we get a chance later on, maybe we'll move the camera around to certain areas of the convention center. But this is the official name of this place, is a Convención de Puerto Rico. Centro de Convención de Puerto Rico in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, just to run through a few little rules for you guys. Referee John Lehman there, senior head referee and tournament director, along with Jerry Stuckhart this week for the WPBA event as well, of course. And we've also have the men's event going on at the same time. And we've got plenty of pool for you this week. Nice 2-rail kick there, Tony.
What a great safety battle this has been so far. I mean, the shot that she shot previously, she put the cue ball behind the 9, just barely putting the 1 in front of the pocket, hit it with absolute perfect speed, and then Amber came back and went 2 rails, stopped the cue ball there. This is what stellar play is all about. No weaknesses in your game.
No. There's quality through both of the fields. 64 in the women's field. Look at that. Another nice kick and stick. This is fantastic stuff. Got the hook as well by the looks of it. Wow, look at this. These two have come to battle, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
So early 10s do count. Just run through a few little rules with you. Early 10s do count, not on the break, but they do count any time after the break, of course. An early combo, why not, if one's available. 2 races to 4, and if we're level after 2 sets, then we will go to, well, the now infamous shootout, of course, Tony. And it's all ball fouls. There is a shot clock, 30 seconds, 60 seconds after the break, and 60 seconds after a push out.
Look at this shot Amber hit. I'm pretty sure she was trying to, she called, you got to call the ball just in case you make it, but I'm pretty sure she was trying to play safe there, because there was really no future there position-wise. After if you hit the one that solid.
Can she just get the edge of this? I think she might.
Yeah, I mean, I would still call it on the side just in case she makes it, because if she makes it, at least she's still at the table. If you fail to call it and the ball goes in, the opponent has the option.
So there's a nice safety on here, though. Look, cue ball down behind the 10-7 probably.
Did she hit it with enough speed? Nope.
No. So half a chance here. Early stages, day one. What a great 8 days of pool we have for you. Just to let you know, guys, we have Chang Jung Ling, the reigning 8-ball world champion, is in action on table 2 at the moment. He's playing against Marco Twitchup from New Zealand. And if you want to watch any of the games here on the 20 tables, you can just go to kazoom.com and you can choose your table. It's totally free. Everything is free. Free admission. And you're all welcome. Nice shot there, Tony. To get on the
And
floor.
you want to tell the audience about the other match that we have going on at the same time?
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah. But what if someone just tuning in right now?
Oh, just go to
Yeah.
Facebook.
There you go.
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to do all the work, Tony. I want you to do some of it.
Well, yeah, it's great that they're having the other match on Facebook, because this is the first time, I believe, that we're actually having two matches simultaneously for a singles event, right? Is it for a singles event?
Yeah. Yeah, the first Pro Billiard Series with 2 tables in action at the same time. And both with commentary as well. And we're very pleased to say on the other table, welcome back to Jim White. The legend Jim White is in the commentary booth with Marcus Shamat on table 2. But don't leave us, stay with us please. Tony Robles and myself, Mark White, of course.
We're very excited to have them both here, the commentary booth. So this is a little bit of a tester here. She just called her extension. Obviously, you want to avoid the scratch in the upper right-hand corner. Even if she were to get straight on the 6, she can still draw back for the 7. Main thing is to avoid the scratch, but more importantly, make the ball.
Yeah.
Very nice. Just enough angle to come off. She might have to force it a bit here.
We're playing on the Predator Apex 9-foot one-piece slate tables. And it's brand new Arcadia cloth as well. So the pockets, Tony, will be just a little bit more generous on the first few days of play. There you see our bleachers with some interesting fans.
Well, the interesting thing about these 2 events that we're going to have is in Vegas, when we had the Las Vegas Open, we took 1 day off after the Las Vegas Open to recloth the tables again for the World 10 ball. In this event, we're not going to have a day off. We're going to continue with the equipment as is. So it's definitely going to play a lot tighter for the World 8 ball. So that's going to be very interesting. What a great shot from the 6 to the 7.
Oh, she put a quick one in there, Tony. Had a little, slightly awkward cue in. Just got, just put her off that little bit, didn't it? Yeah, she knew she'd missed it straight away, so chance gone. Chance for Amber Chen. Amber Chen's boyfriend is in action on one of the outer tables. Robbie Capito is in action. Now then, just enough angle has she got here, Tony, just to stun down. Bit of left spin off the side rail, maybe.
Yeah, some players like to use a side rail. Some players like to just stun it straight. I like to use a side rail because you can go towards the ball, but it's a preference. She might even go 2 rails. Who knows? It depends on the angle. Right? Yeah. Very nice. She hit it great.
Went 2 rails, as you said. So it's going to be first blood then to the reigning Canada Open champion against the reigning World 10 ball champion. So 1-0 then in our first set of a race to 4. So let's just go around the room very quickly for you.
I mean, it's stunning here. It is absolutely stunning. I can't say that enough. This is a beautiful, beautiful convention center.
There you see the tables to the right with ladies in action. Savannah Easton is in action also on one of those tables there. Really is an amazing. We're on the 3rd floor, aren't we, Tony, of this
3rd floor of the convention center,
convention center.
They have a fountain outside right in front of the convention center that lights up at night, and they play salsa music, and the lights move according to the music, kind of like the Mirage in Las Vegas. It's beautiful.
I thought I was in Las Vegas last night when I walked out of here. I thought, hang on a minute, I had to double take.
Yeah, it was great. It's gorgeous, beautiful.
Okay, looking to double her lead then. Amber Chen, breaking off. It is winner breaks. Makes the 2. 1 is over the corner pocket. Nice. This is looking good, Tony.
Yeah,
All the balls in the open. 3 to the 4 is nice as well.
Has to do is leave the cue ball more or less in the same area where she's shooting from. I'm pretty sure she wished the 1 ball would have gone in. Makes life a lot easier. So I don't know if she can hold the cue ball there or she has to go up and down back to the center of the table. Maybe even 2 rails around the 7. Nice little touch. Just has such a great touch. And notice how her fundamentals are. They're super solid, barely any movement.
Yeah, I was super impressed with her in Red Deer in Canada. She was, well, she definitely played the best pool. And she beat Ali Fisher twice.
Ooh, ooh. I don't know if she's going to like this.
Didn't want to catch that.
Yeah, she's going to have to try to go rail first, but make sure that she avoids a scratch in the opposite corner. I mean, the only way she scratches in the opposite corner, I think, is if she overcuts it. But I think she hits it to the, at least to the outside of the pocket. She'll be fine. But at the same time, you just want to make it. You still want to focus on making the ball.
Yeah, she's called it in that corner.
Very nice. Very nice. Look at all the spin on that ball.
Kelly Fisher has taken the first set against Elise CHIEH-YU. Now on table 7, Savannah Easton on the hill in the first. Against Emmeline Collado, 3-1 up. All the info you need, guys, is on ProBilliardSeries.com. Go to there and you can get all the scores, the brackets, prize money, everything you need to know, Tony, is there.
Like Mark said, if you want to see the brackets, matches, every match times, everything, that's a place to go. You can also view it at CueScore.com.
I actually made an account with them last night with CueScore, totally free, of course.
Look at that great shot. Look at that great shot.
Really
nice, solid, stayed down beautifully.
Yeah.
Hit it with the right speed.
Got through the ball, didn't she, Tony? Very nicely. Cueing well. Just a little bit of work to do here.
Yeah, I can't tell if she has enough of an angle to stun it over or stun follow it over to the center of the table where she's at more or less. Yeah, she does. She does. She's in good shape here. Very nice. Now here, this shot a lot of times depends on how you feel about the equipment and how the equipment is actually running itself. Sometimes you play on the cloth that's thicker and slides more, and if you try to roll this, it'll actually curve a bit and end up parallel with the 10. So a lot of players end up going back and forth with this shot or just one rail like she did.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's a safer shot because you always stay above the 10. You don't want to end up parallel to the 10 or below the 10 because now you're making your life a little more difficult.
Yeah, this is nice. Just a slight stretch for the right-hander, but shouldn't be a problem. And in it goes, and we're going to go just for a very short break, Tony, but we'll be back soon with rack number 3, guys. Welcome back to the convention center here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Rack number 3 and the CHEN. Good start, leading by 2 racks to 0 in this first race to 4.
Almost got kicked in there.
Yeah, she has a shot on the 1 here. 2 ball, well, 2-5 combo possible, Tony.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the main thing here is she wants to make sure she makes that 1 ball. It's not an easy shot. I think compared to the 1 ball, the 2-5 combo is almost easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Doesn't have to go for it, of course. There's a safety.
No, she
on
can
if
play
she wants
safe.
it.
She can always play the cue ball behind the 3 ball, but she's going to go for it.
She's going for this.
Watch her fundamentals. Look how beautifully she hit that ball. Oh,
is it gone
she
too
wound
far?
up behind the ball.
Might see the jump stick here. Jump cues are allowed, guys. Yeah, she's going straight for it. Wasting no time.
And you got to call the 5
ball
here.
Yeah, that's what she called.
You either want to follow it a bit or draw it a bit, just to make sure you don't end up frozen on that 4 ball.
Well, she'll be happy with that. Well, no, she won't.
Well, I don't know if she can see the 3 ball. Can she see the 3 ball?
Yes, she can see the 3 ball.
Oh, yeah, well, she can see the 3 ball. She has to take the shot, obviously.
Yeah.
4 has a pocket.
There you saw the perfect example of when you make the ball in the wrong pocket, your opponent gets the chance to come back to the table, and she's giving it back to us, so maybe it's not on, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Awkward cueing as well. Well, she's called it in there, so...
So I guess she's only... Is she using her jump cue? Yeah, she's using her jump cue.
Jumping over the edge of the 8.
So here you want to make sure you hit it with enough draw so that the cue ball comes back enough for the 4. And that's the tricky part about that shot, Mark. That's the type of shot that you can't hit too hard. Because if you hit it too hard, the cue ball stays longer in the air. It loses some of its draw while it's in the air. So when it comes back and it hits the ball, it has very little draw. So you got to be, since she didn't have to jump over the full ball, then she was able to hit it with a softer speed to jump over the ball.
Really
Did she hit it with enough? I think she wanted to hit it. Yeah, I think she got her.
Yeah,
she got her.
She's got her. Really is a party atmosphere in this room at the moment as well. We've got some nice Latino music going, Tony. There's a real vibe about this island, isn't there? It's very colourful. It's very loud, I might say, but in a good way.
You have salsa music playing everywhere, too. It's pretty awesome.
Sexy salsa in San Juan.
And you got a little merengue going on, too, and sometimes bachata.
There's no chance of them wearing this cloth in, I don't think, because the
Yeah,
ball's in the air more than it's on the table.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, you know, you have to take this shot. I mean, there's no way you're supposed to give this shot up. I mean, she can hit the ball first and hit it on the thick side to slow down the cue ball, or she can hit the rail first. The problem with hitting the rail first is she'll lose the cue ball. But if she loses the cue ball, she still has an option to shoot the 4 in virtually any pocket except the top side pocket.
You see, perfect overhead view. How's it gone? Well, she's got a shot at it. It's on. Needs to go round 4 rails though, Tony, if she's going to get on the...
Yeah, I think she hit it too thin. I'm pretty sure she was trying to hit it fuller to stay on that side of the table. But, I mean, she can go for this. If she doesn't like it, she can always try to play safe behind the 7 or the 5. Ooh, she played in the other pocket.
Yeah.
What a sweet shot that was.
Beautiful.
I didn't even think she had the angle to do that. She hit that great.
And held it so well as
wow.
well.
What a great touch there.
Very distinctive ferrule on her cue, the brown ferrule. And we know she loves to hit the ball.
But look at her speed control. She's not even worried about the side pocket because she's got that speed control down.
Yeah, she's one of the players I love to watch.
It's no mistake this young lady is a world champion.
Yeah, you mentioned world champion, Tony. Of course, there's a world championship coming up. Well, there's 2 world championships coming up, actually. And if you want to get pedantic about things, we're going to crown 4 world champions this week. 3 junior world champions in different age categories, and an 8-ball champion.
So awesome.
And it's all come to your hometown of San Juan.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I'm very, very excited about it.
So here we go then. First rack on the board for CHOU. And this perfect opportunity just to give a quick mention, of course, to our sponsors, because if we didn't have them, none of this would be happening. And Medalla Light, the famous beer from Puerto Rico, are our main sponsor for this one. And also, of course, thank you to CSI and Predator Q's, Jam Up Apparel, Alpha Coin, and Kamui. There's your sponsors. And I've skipped my duty, Tony, of actually finding out the prize money. I believe it's 20,000 for the ladies.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
I think it's 20,000.
I believe it's a total of $500,000 for between all the events.
All
correct?
the events, $500,000. Yeah, 75,000 total for the ladies Medalla Light Open. So lots and lots of money flying around the pool world at the moment. And talking about flying around, look, we're going to have a quick fly around the room here, back to the main table. CHOU breaking off. Both players from Taiwan. So how's the break, Tony?
Yeah, she's got
how's
that
the table breaking?
Yeah, she's got that killer looking cold stare. The look that no man ever wants to see from their wife. That's why my wife Gail is the boss.
Haven't said hi to Gail. Good morning, Gail.
Good morning, sweetheart.
I must admit, I saw you talking with her on Facebook the other day, and the live video, and you introduced me to her. And may I just say, you're punching well above your weight, Mr. Robles.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm a lucky man.
So decent safety, got distance.
So let's see, she tries to put her behind the 2 in the 8. If she does, you don't want to send the 1 near the corner pocket too much if possible, because you don't want to sell out. Oh, she chose. Oh, I think she just underhit it. I don't think she meant to do that. She just underhit it.
Yeah, just was worried about hitting it too hard and ended up hitting it just a little bit too soft.
I mean, then again, maybe she tried to hit it thin and either 1 ball in the long rail and the cue ball in front of the 7. You know, behind the 7. So maybe that's what she tried to do. Because if she hit it that speed, maybe it makes sense that she tried to do that.
Christina to catch in action. She's
She
just
get
taken
there?
the first set. And Savannah Easton has just taken the first set as well against Emmeline Collado, 4-2, the 12-year-old. She'll be also playing in the World 9-ball later this week. Back to table 1. Nicely on the 2 here, Tony. Can she just go into the 8, or can she go past the 8? Has to be careful here.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You know, John's watching too. Very nice. What I really loved about what she did there, she controlled that 8 ball, make sure it didn't stay on the rail in front of the 9. That way it makes it easier to play position on the 8 later in the rack. So let's see, she's going to force it here. Yep, it looks like she's going to force it. Probably going to try to get straight on the 8, I mean the 5 ball, or almost straight. Well, not even. Man, she hit that good. It's the center of the pocket.
Yeah, just not quite low enough. She don't think she can hold this, Tony. She can go up and down.
Yeah, if she does, she wants to go in between the 7 and the 8 twice if possible. But she does have an incredible touch. We'll see.
Yeah, she
See that? She has an incredible touch.
Oh, that's well played.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, a little bit unlucky to finish tree-topped. She's on the top of Mount Everest here.
Yep. Yep. Look at that. She's shooting left-handed. Wow.
Yeah, she's got the glove on the wrong hand now. Don't let that cue slip out your hand.
You want to use a short stroke, very smart. You want to use a short, compact stroke so that way you can control the cue stick going forward. You use a full-length stroke, even though you're trying to slow the roll, you always end up finding yourself decelerating the speed of the cue, and that causes the stick to veer off sometimes.
Looks like we could be going 2-2.
Oh, that is a shocker. Wow, even I'm pretty sure she's shocked too, but wow. Wow.
What did she do there?
Wow.
It looked like she played the shot in 2 strokes. She looked like went and then went again.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely a shocker there. That's a surprise. I'm pretty sure everyone in the arena is surprised. And she has left Amber an opening to get on the hill.
Yeah, well.
This is big here.
What a mistake to make. To go 2, what a difference to go 2-2 or 3-1. That's massive, as you say. Well, she's still got some work to do here, though, Amber. Not quite on this nicely enough.
She can roll it if she wants and play the 9 ball. I mean, she can draw it too, but, you know, then you have to be more accurate with the speed.
Nicely played.
Yeah, now all she has to do is come across. And again, this is a preference shot. Some players like to just come off one rail. But me, I always have to come off the second rail because I love the idea of going towards that 10 ball once I come off the second rail.
You love that, don't you?
You have a little more room for error. That's it, just like that.
Yeah, perfectly played. Well, she dodged a bullet there. And you've got to feel for CHOU sat in the background there thinking this should have been my rack, but it isn't, and it's gone 3-1. So, Tony, you're playing in both events, and I believe you're playing at midday today.
That's correct. I play at 12 o'clock today. I'm excited. I'm playing
a
a gentleman by the name of Esteban Robles, who's one of the sponsors of the tour.
You played him in the last?
Yeah. No, not in the last one. I played him.
Michigan?
It might have been the Kellogg Arena the year before, last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been a while since I played him.
Ah.
Yeah, I haven't even seen him.
Well, don't
but
go
he's the owner or CEO of Alpha Coin, one of the top sponsors for this tour.
Don't beat him up too badly, Tony, because he is one of the sponsors, as you say. Yeah. Go easy on him.
There's no chance that's going to happen. He already beat me last time. I'm already looking for revenge.
So, Christina to catch. Took the first set against Barbara Lee. Yuki Hiraguchi is in action against Laurie John Brown. She's ahead there. Skylar Hess is against Lorraine Chanel. And Janet Atwell has taken the first set also against lovely Jerry Eng, our oldest player in the tournament. Our youngest is 12 and our oldest is 82, I believe. What about that, Tony?
Oh, she's a joy. She's such a joy. She introduced herself to me a couple of nights ago, and wow, what a pleasure it was talking with her. Full of life is the best way to describe her.
And first on the practice table every single time. She was here at 7 a.m. this morning.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Still as hungry today as she was when she first started playing at the age of 12, I think she said, when Savannah Easton, same age as Savannah.
Do you think she tried getting straight on that ball, Mark?
No.
Because she seems to have overdrawn the ball a bit, because I thought maybe she would have just drawn it back a little bit and then shoot the cue ball to get near that spot for the 7 in the corner.
I think she can draw for the 3 in the side here, Tony.
Oh, the 3 does go in the side.
Yeah, yeah,
See, from here, it doesn't look like it goes in the side, so that makes sense. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure she didn't want to end up there.
No, it's
because now she has to contend with the 10 ball. She can't really afford to go off that 10 ball, because then it's almost a dead scratch, depending what part of the 10 ball you hit.
Can she draw off this, though?
Well,
draw around the back of the 9 or not? Is it too thin to do that?
The key here is, can she? The question here is, can she get past the 10 ball without hitting it? If she can, then yes, she's going to go in front of the 9 ball. Oh, see, so maybe she couldn't make it.
Wow.
Maybe it didn't go in the side. Or maybe it did go in the side and she just couldn't avoid running into the 10 ball. That could be it too. I mean, either way, it turned out okay for her.
Yeah, but there's a nice shot.
Yeah, this is one of those tricky shots where when you kick, you want to hit the 7 just right if you're planning on running the 3 into the 7, so that the 7, you use the 7 as a stopper. But if you're going to split it, you see, you use the 7 as a stopper. Did she get it? She hit it great. Wow, look at that. All 4 balls in a straight line. The 1, 4, 5, and 3. Look at that.
Called it.
So she called the side pocket. I believe she called the side pocket. Am I right, Mark?
Yeah, she's going to play 1 rail, try and cut it in. Of course, she's going for safety as well, but called it just in case,
Well,
Tony.
the cue might end up behind the 5 and the 3 in front of the 7. But she didn't hit it the way she was hoping to.
Yeah, she's not having the best of times out there at the moment, Tony. I think that's affected her.
Yeah. This is her opportunity here, Mark, to take the first set. You know how brutal one mistake can be in this format.
Yeah, it is just 2 races to 4. And I wonder how many shootouts we're going to see. And how many are we going to see today on this TV table? I think we had one in our very first one back in Ohio. I think you can safely say, Tony, that Amber has made less mistakes, and that's the story of the tail of the tape. I
think the key here for CHOU is to make sure that she forgets that 7. She must forget that 7 in order to start the next set. And you know how it is. That's the difference between the average player and the elite players. The elite players know how to let go of a mistake a lot quicker than most players would.
Yeah, and interestingly, this is actually CHOU's first Pro Billiard Series event. She hasn't played in one of these before. It was the World 10 Ball, of course, she won in Austria, but there was no Pro Billiard Series event there.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Amber Chen is more experienced in this particular format, having won the Canada Open earlier on this year, and she's certainly settled the quicker of the 2, Tony.
Oh, yeah. No, her position play is spot on. Her shot making is spot on.
So just this 10 ball then to take the first set. And we'll be taking a very, very short break, but we'll be back soon, guys. Don't go anywhere. A very warm welcome back to a very warm Puerto Rico and the convention center here in San Juan. And there is the beautiful, beautiful room here on the top floor, the 3rd floor. And it really is an amazing building, isn't it,
Oh,
Tony?
it's great, great. They have the current technology when it comes to the displays and everything, the electronics here, it's amazing.
Yeah, lots of vendors around as well. You're not going to go thirsty here this week, let's say that for certain. The home of rum, the Rums of Puerto Rico as well. One of our sponsors of these great Pro Billiard Series events. And it's run in conjunction, this particular event, with the Caribbean CSI BCA League.
50 tables, right?
No, 24.
24.
24
tables.
250 players though, Tony.
Whew.
And it's the first year, and it's the Caribbean Championships.
It's only going to grow.
Do you say Caribbean or do you say
Caribbean?
Caribbean.
Yeah. I mean, some people say Caribbean. I mean, I guess either one is fine. I've seen for years people use both, so either one is fine. But this event is only going to grow when it comes to the amateur side of it as well.
So let's hear a little, well, just while we're waiting for CHOU to come back after a bathroom break, just give us a little bit of, come on, give us some of that lovely Spanish language for our Puerto Rico fans watching.
Bueno, la gente que está mirando, le deseo o le quiero dar muchas gracias a la gente que están apoyando a los jugadores aquí, especialmente los jugadores puertorriqueños. Espero ver muchos de ustedes aquí que están en la isla allá y gracias por estar aquí y por invitarnos a nosotros con los brazos abiertos.
Now that's just showing off. Thanks for that, Tony. Alex Montpellier, I think, is in a shootout with Emil Undred Gangflot on an outer table. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz 2-1 down against Cheng Lung Lin. Radoslav Babica 2-1 up against Lewis Butler. And on our other mainstream table with a commentary, if you want to watch that, guys, go over to Facebook. You can hear Jim White and marvellous Marcus Shamat there on the mics there. And that match is Chang Jung Lin is 2-2 with Marco Toicha, who now, incidentally, plays for New Zealand, Tony. Was born in Holland, in the Netherlands, but has now been living in New Zealand for 5 years.
I was confused for a while. I didn't know that. Yeah, I was confused. I saw his shirt, it said New Zealand, and I said, wait a minute, isn't he from Holland?
He's come a long way. 33 hours it took him to get here. I was having a little bit of a chat with him earlier on. 33 hours.
No, they're great kids. You know, Marco came to my house and stayed with us for a week and a half for 2 tournaments when Darren Appleton had the Pro Billiard Series, and he stayed there with Nick Vandenberg and Evo Arts, another great player for the Netherlands.
Well, I'm still waiting for my invite to your house. But I think I'll wait until you've done all your renovations and I'll come then.
I don't think you want to sleep on the concrete now because the addition isn't completed yet.
I'll wait. Here she comes. Now then, hopefully she's gathered herself after that mistake on the 7 ball when she should have gone 2-2, went 3-1 down, ended up losing the set 4-1. So CHIEH-YU, she broke off in the first set, so it means Amber Chen will break off first in the second set. But from then on, it is winner breaks, and I'm sure that's what they're just talking about with each other there. So Amber Chen with the advantage, breaking first rack, makes the one.
Wow,
inside.
look at that break.
What a great break that was. Has she got a shot on the 2? Well, she's got a bank shot.
Yeah,
possible.
she definitely has enough room to bank it, and she's a great banker too. She banks very well.
And look where the 4 is. That's important as well for this shot.
That's right. She might actually play the 4 in the same pocket. It all depends on the angle. I mean, obviously, if she has the correct angle to go a little bit above the 4, then she'll play in the corner. And she might just have to draw it back a bit if she's dead straight, if the bank is just dead on.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just draw back for the 4 into the same pocket, Tony.
Well, let's see. She goes offense or defense. Oh, she went for the bank. Yep, and she drew it back.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, didn't make the ball, and this is an opportunity for CHOU.
And we're playing double elimination here. So if you do lose the first match, you've still got another chance.
Mm-hmm.
So a chance here. Oh,
Ooh.
she's not cueing great, is she, at the moment? Just a little bit of a snatch, Tony. I don't know
Did
what
she
you
get away
call
with
that.
it?
I think she might have done.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. She doesn't seem like she's in her comfort zone yet. Nice move by Amber, bringing both her cues here, just in case she doesn't need the jump stick. She could just throw it underneath the table and vice versa.
Yeah, that's smart. I think Tyler Steyer's the first one I ever saw doing that. Oh,
Very
great
nice.
shot,
Great
shot. Look at the cue ball, look at the cue ball.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she
Absolutely
couldn't have played
perfect.
it better. What a great shot that is. Really is a great character.
So let's see if she feels comfortable shooting the 8 to the 10, or she's going to play position for the bank on the 8, since the 7 is almost parallel to the 8. Anytime you have a ball parallel to another ball like that, in this situation, 7 to 8, it's almost always easier to play position for a bank that's on. It's a lot easier than having a ball on the top rail.
Oh, she needs this to run. She needs, a nice
Ooh,
little
look
clip
at that.
off the 10, but she
might have made it easier.
She's made an easy 8.
Yeah, she
8,
made it
10
easier.
Combo. 8-10 combo is on.
You taught her well, Mark. That was a great shot. That was a great shot.
Yeah, this is the first of 6 matches for you today here on table 1. Midday is our next one, and then 2 p.m. we have a little break for a little bit of lunch, Tony. We're back at 5 and 7 and 9 p.m.
I'll be back at 2 p.m. with Tim DeReuter.
Yeah, I'm next up with Jim White. I can't wait for that one.
Oh, yeah.
No offense, Tony, but, you know, the legend Jim White.
I'm honored. I'm beyond excited to be able to play. Ooh, she came short on that one.
Yeah, well, she's got to go for this. She's going to come around and have a look at the
Yeah, but the question
8-10.
is, can she hit,
10 ball.
Can she cut it enough to cut it into the 10, or does she have to go rail first?
I think she's okay. Cut it.
It's hard to tell.
Whoa, that is thin, isn't it?
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
I'm wondering if she might have to play a safe or hit the rail first, maybe, in order to hit the other side of the I don't know. Let's see.
Well, she'll definitely be taking that cue ball over behind the 9 sort of direction.
Oh, God. How did she hit that?
What a great shot.
Wow.
She went all out for it.
She hit it paper thin. Man, she hit that great. Look at that shot, Mark.
That is, what a fabulous shot. Look at the cue ball, Tony. Exact straight line back and forth. Perfect cueing.
Even Robbie Copito made like a face. Good shot, babe.
Is he in the audience?
Yeah, he's right there, the right-hand side.
He must have won already. Well, Amber is well in control of this match. Won the first set 4-1. And she's taken the first rack of set number 2, and she'll be breaking off again. Watch out for the 1 ball. Breaking from the side, Tony, as we see so many players doing.
And she hit the previous break so well. I think she pocketed 2 or 3 balls on the break.
Oh, look at the 10 nearly went. Not that it would have counted. It would have come back up, of course, but still counts as a ball.
Yeah.
But it's dry.
And so far, up to this point, Mark, the difference The telltale with this match has been that Amber is in her comfort zone and Chow's not. She missed 2 key shots. Oh, she's looking for the 210. Can she see
this
it?
could be a nice early win. Yep, she's
Wow.
called it straight away.
I mean, she got dead perfect on that 210 combination. What a great shot that was.
Well, we saw a great 8-10 in the last rack. Now, this isn't a dead cert, is it? It's one of them that's just a little bit awkward, especially as it's into the side pocket, Tony.
That's correct. I think she really needs to bear down on this one and really make sure there's no movement, because the 2 shots she shot previously, there was a little bit of movement.
Yeah, you see there, she doesn't get
Very
right
nice.
down on her cue, but no mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So in it goes, and that's, well, that was just what she needed, wasn't it? A nice quick win.
Yeah.
And now she'll be breaking.
Sometimes that's what you need to get started, to start something. You know, difference sometimes missing a shot, Mark, is it is possible to miss a shot if you jump up on it, but a lot of times a player will jump up because they never lined up their bodies correctly to begin with, too.
So I know you've been doing a lot of coaching recently, Tony. You've done some clinics and that around the States. Where was your last one you was doing?
I did a 14.1 straight pool clinic in North Carolina at Chuck Miller's place. Has a nice academy there with 6 tables, bunch of great guys there. We had a blast. Then from there I went to the U.S. Open in Atlantic City. And after the U.S. Open, I drove past Ohio before the Ohio Open to Michigan to do another clinic. And then went to the Ohio Open, then the 14.1 and back home. And I drove there, so it's a lot of fun.
You've done some miles. So it's dry. Now then, let's have a look, Tony. How's it looking? Nice shot on the 1 ball here. Or did that 3 come across and spoil the party?
Yeah,
no,
3
it's
almost fell
okay.
in the side pocket. So let's see if she can slide past that 8, or she's going to follow between the 2 and the 5. Let me see. Oh, she can just kill it.
Oh,
Nice
I like
shot.
the way she played
Nice
that.
shot.
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
That was awesome.
Used the pocket speed.
Wonder if the 3 goes in the side. I can't tell from here if it does or not.
I was just going to
Because
ask you the same
Yeah, because
question.
if it doesn't, she might have to play safe. I really can't tell. I guess it does because she's looking at the 4. So the question is she going to play it safe on the 4? Or can she see enough of it to cut it in and play position on the 5?
Yeah, I was wondering if she might play it down the corner, Tony.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like she's doing.
Oh, that's a super tough
Yeah.
shot. What a great shot. So easy to catch the point on those.
She made it look easy, Mark.
Yeah, she's got the choice here. If she can't make it, she can certainly stop the cue ball, kill the cue ball behind that 9, Tony. Is she on it?
Yeah, I mean the problem here is if she does have to play safe, she has to figure out a way to hit it to go around those balls. Because if you go between the 5 and the 6, there's a good chance you might hit the 6. She's going to call the bank, just in case.
Yeah, can kill the cue ball. She'll be on the 5 if she does make it.
She will want to get pretty close to that 5 if she wants to get past the 6, if she's not playing the actual bank.
Well, she's been attacking all the way, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Attack there.
She made sure that, I like the speed she hit it with. She hit it with lots and lots of speed, just in case she ran into a ball. She still had enough speed to keep it uptown.
Well, CHOU now with a chance to make this ball in the top right. I think she can hit it. I think it's thin enough, Tony, to come back downtown.
Yeah, back downtown. That's correct.
For the 5 ball.
So is she going to go 2 rails between the 10-8 and then between the 6 and the 5?
I think
That's
so.
what it looks like she has here. She did.
Oh, that's beautifully played. Nice little nudge on the 6 here. There you go. That's okay.
I think the key here is to make sure you secure the 5 ball and also make sure that you don't get on top of that 8 ball. Right, you don't want to get on top of the 8 ball. You don't want to get on top of the 8 ball. She got away with it there.
Yeah, if anything, it's been these shots that have been slightly awkward cueing that she's just sort of cued across sometimes, Tony.
Yeah, well, she over here, Mark, this shot is very easy to sway your cue and run into the 8 ball. A lot of players do that sometimes when they're not comfortable.
Oh, she
didn't do it there, though. She hit that great.
Beautiful shot. Nicely on the 7.
Look at the speed control there. Look at the speed control there.
Oh, really grabbed hold of it, didn't she? Timed it to perfection, that one.
She comes short of the mark there. No pun intended, Mark. Okay, I'm wondering if she came short of the mark there, because if she did, there's a slight chance. I hope she is able to hold it, because she hits it with follow. There's a chance she might end up hitting the 10 and scratching in the side. You don't want that. Unless you're playing in the same pocket. Maybe she's playing the same pocket. I don't know. No, she was able to get it past the 10, but she overhit it a bit. She's good here, though.
Two balls to go 2-1 up in this.
And I believe, if
set.
I'm not mistaken, Mark, this is to take the lead for the first time in the match.
Yep. Well, if this does go in, we're going to go out. But not for long. If it does go in, we'll be back soon, guys. Welcome back, guys. And this time it's Amber Chen who's taken just a very short break. So it gives us a chance, Tony, to talk a little bit about what will be coming up later this week. Now, as I mentioned, World Championships, we're going to crown 4 world champions here. We've got the under 15s, under 17s, and under 19s, I think it is, something like that.
Yeah,
for the
I think
9
it's
ball.
under 18, yeah.
Under 18 for the
18
9
and
ball.
under, yeah.
We've got the 8 ball, of course, where we're going to crown a new world champion. Now, there hasn't been a world champion since 2012, and that was Chang Jung-Lin, and he's here to defend his title.
It's a long time.
He's held that title for quite some time, hasn't he?
Yeah, how awesome is it to be world champion for 10 years? Well, you know, the thing I'm most proud of, too, is the fact that this is the first time in the history of Puerto Rico that there has been an official world championship. It's never happened before. So
Wow.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it's been a fabulous event as well from start to finish, just around the corner from the venue where we are now. I mean, opposite, we've got the Sheraton Hotel, we've got the Aloft Hotel, there's the Hyatt Hotel. Everything is around this area. And there's a great area called the T-Mobile District.
Oh, yeah.
And there's lots of bars and restaurants and
Movie theater, they have a state-of-the-art. They're supposed to be the nicest theater in all of Puerto Rico. I agree with it. I mean, I can't compare to anything, but I just went to watch a film there a couple of nights ago.
Oh, what did you see?
Black Adam with Dwayne Johnson. It was awesome.
Black Adam.
Yeah.
Action movie?
Yeah, it's an action movie, and it's the first film that I've actually seen in a movie theater since right before the pandemic started.
Oh, wow.
I hadn't been to a movie theater, yeah.
Did you have some popcorn?
Of course. Of course, absolutely. Always got to have your popcorn.
Yeah, I was really hoping, we mentioned your wife earlier on, I was hoping that I was going to meet her and little Antonio, but it didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen because Antonio couldn't take that many days off school, unfortunately. So we're going to see if somehow we can make it happen next year. Because, you know, this is a beautiful place. This is where my parents came from. So, of course, I would want Gail to come here with Antonio so he can see.
Where do you live? Do you remember your childhood here?
Yeah, my parents, my dad was born in Bayamón, Puerto Rico, and my mom in Morovis, Puerto Rico. So I have family in Morovis and in Bayamón.
I spent some time in San Sebastian. First 10 days that I arrived in Puerto Rico, I went there and went to some great pool halls, Pool Player Factory and Masters.
Yeah, it's San Sebastian is beautiful, but if you ever get a chance to take a car ride along the border of the entire island from one side all the way around, it's absolutely stunning.
Well, during the week, I've been doing some research and I'm going to be giving you some fun facts on this lovely country, Puerto Rico. A province, of course, of the United States. Not an actual state, though.
That's correct. It's a commonwealth. So let's see if CHOU makes a ball on the break here, because that's key. She didn't hit the balls that great last time, but this time the 10 went straight in the pocket.
Made the 10, made the 4 as well. 10 will be respotted. Yeah, it's not a win anymore. I think Amber was looking as if to say, I've won that rack, haven't I? No early 10. I'm sorry about that.
Question is, does the 2 go past the side? If the 2 does not go past the side, she might either have to bank the 2 or play a safe on the 2. Banking the 2 wouldn't be such a bad idea if it doesn't go, only because it's easy position for the 3.
To give you an update, Chang Jung-Lin has lost the first set against Marco Toitja. Fedor Gorst is in action as well. He's the man to beat at the moment. Won the last event in Ohio, of course. And he's also won the Arizona Open twice. He loves these events. Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Next thing you know, he'll end up winning all the state events. He's multi-state champion. He already is. The Wisconsin one is the one that he has to try to win. And Aloysius Yap has won that one 2 years consecutive.
Yeah, Aloysius on fire, having just won in Florida, of course, your home state. Just won a 10-ball event there, beating Victor Zelensky.
He won 2 events actually there.
Did he?
Yeah, he just posted it up on his Facebook page. So let's see what Miss CHOU does here. She gonna go between, right past the 7, right in front of the 7. I don't know if she has enough of an angle to go between them.
Yeah, just took her extension.
So she took the safer route, which means she's going to have to work a little more for it. Unless she can hit the 6 ball full enough to hold it there with a little bit of draw. Now she's going to have to come off the bottom rail, possibly 2 rails.
Oh, controlled that
Nicely
beautifully.
controlled.
Stayed the right side of the 7 as well. This is nice.
She almost looked like she decelerated the speed of the cue on that shot.
I think she's been doing that quite a bit. If
Yeah.
anything, Tony, that has been her main problem early on. What causes that? Is it early nerves? Is it just not being in full swing? What is it?
Lack of confidence does that a lot to you too, and just the fact that you're not in a comfort zone. I mean, look at that one. That one, she went right through the ball. Even though you can see her bring the cue ball back, but that was after the fact that her stroke was already complete. That's completely different.
Yeah, this to go on the hill then. We could be seeing a shootout in our very first match on day one here of the Medalla Light Puerto Rico Women's Open. Got through that one as well. Starting to strike the ball better. Had that very early win on the early 10 as well, didn't she? So she's...
Right. And like you said, that's what she probably needed to get started, a quick win.
Yeah, in it goes. So, on the hill, could be a role reversal of the first set. Remember, Chen went out for quite a long break there to gather her thoughts. What do you like on the breaks, Tony? What's your opinion on taking breaks, and when do you like to take a break? Is there a time that you think, right, I need to go and splash some water on my face? And
when I ran my tour, you were only allowed one break per match. So if your opponent took a break and you took a break, that's considered you taking your break as well.
Ah.
See, because sometimes people get the understanding where I've seen players do that for years, where one person will take a break. So, oh, if you're going to take a break, I'm going to take advantage of that and go. And then they try to take another break, say, no, but I went because it was your break. So I think they're trying to put a stop to that because it just delays the match a bit. I mean, they have a very strict schedule here.
There's John Lehman, and there you can see, sorry to interrupt you, look, I just want to bring up those beautiful arena lights, the Predator arena lights, which give such a nice reflection, don't they? Referee John Lehman has got the balls ready. Miss CHOU to break on the hill, looking to go to a shootout.
Ooh. Oh, she kicked the ball in. Look at this, Mark.
Look at this one,
wow.
right over the side as well. 2 ball in the open. All the balls in the open. 2 to 3, you could say, is a little bit of a...
I wonder if she can hit this one thin enough to get past the side pocket to play the 2 in the lower left-hand corner. Looks like she can.
Yeah, it's certainly close
She
enough
has
to
to
the
go
pocket.
between the 9 and the side pocket to where she placed her cue stick.
That's what she's looking at now, look.
Got to remember, the table's sliding a bit, so you have to compensate for that by hitting it even a little thinner than you normally would.
Yeah, it doesn't want to
She
catch the
super
9.
Thin, no.
She didn't. Played it well. Wants a bounce off the side rail,
Absolutely
though.
perfect.
That's
absolutely
okay,
perfect.
yeah.
So the question here is she willing to get straight on the 3 and draw back for the 5-10, or does she want to gain an angle and toy around with the 7 and the 10 kind of being in the way to play the 5 in the lower left-hand pocket?
I think you play for the angle, but if you end up straight, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I think she's going to have to hit this to make full enough to make sure she doesn't catch that point coming back. I think she's going to draw here.
Well, could be another early 10 if she can, as you say, miss that point. Very low on the cue ball.
Very
and
nice.
She did miss it, and this is, well, it's not a gimme. It's not a guaranteed, but it's a chance to take the set, well, quite convincingly after a very rocky first set.
Yeah, she has just enough angle to where she might be able to hide her behind the 8 ball. She misses a combination, but the key here is to really focus on making that 10. Remember we spoke about playing not to win versus playing to win?
Eyes on the prize, and the prize is the 10. And
oh,
she's
wow,
missed it, and she's
it
left
not,
it.
It wasn't an easy.
She's left a carom for it. A carom on the 10. Yeah, it wasn't easy, as you say. Missed it by quite some distance, though, Tony. And now you feel she can draw off this 5 ball, stun off it even. make the 10 in the corner. Well, this will be a blow.
She's going for the 5 ball.
No, she's going for the 5, yeah.
Very nice.
Well, I must admit, I didn't even think about that one.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just feel more comfortable securing the ball as opposed to having to hit a perfect carom. The 10 ball is slightly off the rail more than usual, so you have to hit it that much better as opposed to being barely off the rail. Now a little draw shot here. Ooh, little draw shot, not a big draw. She hits that kind of hard.
Too hard.
Wow.
Really got a hold of that one.
Well, now she might have to go 4 rails here, Mark, for the 8 ball.
No change of expression.
She's so smart. She's such a smart player. She realizes she made a mistake. She accepted it. She called her extension. Let me do the best that I can with what I have in front of me now. Let it go.
Yes, that's the key, isn't it? Doesn't have to worry about traffic here.
Just need to make sure you guard yourself against hitting the 9 ball. You want to hit the 9 ball and scratch in the upper right-hand corner. That's the last thing you want to do. Very nice, very nice.
Would love a bounce
Underhit
of the
it a bit.
second rail.
Underhit it a bit, but she still has a chance at the win. Now, would you consider going 2 rails, maybe possibly 3 rails, actually, 3 rails, and shooting the 9 in the side, or will you go around the 9 and try to play it in the corner, Mark?
I don't mind this in the side, to be honest, or
Yeah.
she's tried to draw it round.
Well, did she get away with it, Mark?
Oh, did she get away with it?
No, she can see it. She can see it.
Can she make it in the side, though? Is there enough of it sticking out? There is.
Yeah, the question is, she can avoid the scratch here. I think she has an angle to avoid the scratch. Let's see if we can get a different view here from her perspective. Now the key here is you want to make sure, there you go, you want to make sure that you secure the, nope, she did not secure the ball.
A long way.
Uh-oh, that's not looking good.
She doesn't want the scratch either. Oh dear. Well, we were worried about the scratch in the lower pocket. So this match not over yet. And how far did she miss that by, Tony?
Yeah, she missed it by a lot. I think she was thinking about the position. So important to make up your mind before you shoot. No matter who you are, no matter how good you are, we all have our good days and we all have our bad days, Mark. Mama said there'll be days like this. I'm pretty sure you've heard that song before, right?
Oh, yes. It's my anthem. So it's going to be 3-2. And it is 3-2. So a chance gone there. But we're going to go for a quick break, guys, but we'll be back very soon, we promise. And we are back just in time to see Amber break off.
Sweet. She switched spots there too, Mark.
Yeah, and she's made a ball, but no shot on the one. She can see it, of course, but no real shot on it. Cue ball getting kicked around.
Yeah, she can play a safe here. And you know another way to play a safe here, Mark? Bank the one ball 3 rails into the corner pocket and stop the cue ball there. You know what I'm saying? If she can get that one ball past that 4 ball and stop the cue ball there, so that way if she banks 1, 2, 3 rails, it doesn't go in the corner, she leaves her behind the 6. The other way is just to play a slow roll safe. But if she feels like she can go aggressive, that's an option for her. Doesn't look like she might be able to get past that 4 though. She's going to probably bump into the 5. No, she didn't have to bump into the 5.
Played it well, controlled it very nicely. Okay, it's an easy hit, but it's not about hitting it, it's about what you leave after it, as always is the case. Well, she's using the jump.
Better
call
shoot.
your extension. Call your extension. Yeah, call the extension. Yeah. No point in rushing it.
None at all.
Key shot.
It's a critical part of the match.
There's a good chance she can make this, Tony. Bump into the 4 and leave herself the 2 off the 5 in the corner. In the side, sorry.
And if she doesn't like it, she can play a safe behind the 5.
Well, that's not a good shot, unfortunately.
Now let's see if Amber has a correct angle here to go past the 2 ball without touching it to play position for the 2 in the same pocket.
Got over the 2 nicely, shaking her head. She was stretching a little bit, I felt, for that one as well.
Yeah.
Leaning across the shot, wasn't she? Oh, this is a little bit short.
Well, I thought she was going to put a little more spin on it to get a little closer to the 2 and just go past it and play it in the same pocket. But that's what she felt comfortable with. She's a great shot maker. Don't be surprised if she makes this. She doesn't feel comfortable with it, then she'll probably just go ahead and bank it 4 rails.
Amber's turn to call extension. Full focus on this. Oh, that's brilliant.
What a great shot.
What a great
shot.
technique she had there.
Yeah.
Not a movement.
And look, she's like perfect on the 3.
I mean, look at that. What a lesson there is, guys. If you want to improve, that's not a bad style to copy. Absolutely dead still on the shot.
And this is to tie Hill, Mark.
This is nice on the 4. It's a formality from here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's got a little bit.
Yeah, she got a little bit out of line there.
Just a little
But I think
bit.
she's fine here. She has great cue ball control. She can either roll it. I prefer to draw it back a bit, maybe about a foot. She's going to hit it with follow, so I know she's going to go off the rail. Yep, she is. Very nice.
Yeah, still some
Looks like we
work
might
to
have
do.
a Hill thriller here.
We love a Hill thrill. Could even have an extended bout with a shootout.
Yeah. Well, Mark, unfortunately, I have to leave after this rack because I have my 12 o'clock match coming up. But it's been fun, and I look forward to having everyone tune in for the rest of the matches here. I'll be back at 2 p.m. in the booth. I'm looking forward to it, and it's always a pleasure working with you, pal.
Please don't leave me. Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
So 9 and the 10 for Amber to go heel, and she'll be hoping that she can avoid a shootout. Of course, it's the best that Miss CHOU has got. I don't think she's going to be missing this 10 ball. And in it goes, and it is heel in the second set. CHEN will be breaking, hopefully, to try and win it. If we have a look at John Lehman there, it's been threatened. Kelly Fisher's been threatening, actually, for 3 tournaments now. They've raised quite a lot of money, I believe, as we see CHOU in her chair, having a little sleep, is she? Having a little bit of a... doing a bit of meditation, maybe. There's Amber, never looks any different. Always the same stern look, very serious, but a real little sweet girl. Off the table. Her and Robbie Capito, one of the celebrity couples of the pool world. We've got Pia and Joshua Filler here as well, of course, and Christina to catch, and Feder Gorst. Love is in the air. No love, unfortunately, on the break. Now I think there's route past this 4 ball for the one in the side. Let's see if she can get through. She's called it, I think, in the side. Yeah, she can get through to it, as you can clearly see there. And it's all about, well, how does she get to the 2? How can she avoid that little cluster of the 3, 7 and 9? Maybe even use them. Maybe clip off the 9. Oh, she's gone the wrong side of it. Now then, can she use a lot of right hand spin off the rail, send the 2 ball up towards that 5 ball, leave the cue ball down behind, or somewhere in the region of the 9 ball? That would be ideal. So she's going to be using lots of right hand English here. She's going 2 rails behind the... Oh, she's playing a... Oh, played it well. Played it with so much left-hand English there, just to check it off that rail. Well played. Watch this. See all that spin she put on it, just to straighten the angle. Fabulous shot. Yeah, cue ball behind the 10 here. Now, has she got cover? Has she left a gap through? think there's a gap there, you know. Oh, she's had to play quickly now. Oh, there was no gap. Realised she'd already used her extension. There you see this lovely arena. First day, day one of the Medalla Light Puerto Rico Women's Open. Six matches a day for you guys. 10 a.m. in the mornings, and then midday, 2 p.m. is the next one, and then we have a little bit of a break until 5 p.m. and then 7 and 9. So lots of great action to look forward to this week. You can see it all, every single table streamed live on kazoom.com. Your chance to watch like a pro, never miss a ball. Doesn't get better than that. Free pull every day of this week. Oh, this is a great effort. Don't think she's got it though. Just looking out to the side, Savannah Easton locked in a battle. Won the first set. And I think she's on the hill in the second. I can see Jennifer Beretta warming up as well. Next matches on table one will be CHIEH-YU against Roberto Gomez, Superman, and on table two it's going to be Rubelin Armit against Amalia Matas. They're your next two games coming up on tables 1 and 2. Tim de Ruyter will be in the booth for this one with Marcus Shamat, and I'm going to be with the legend Jim White. I'm a little bit nervous, if I'm honest. Oh, has it leaked out? It has. It's a chance. And if this is straight, love to kill the cue ball where the 3 is. Oh, now a real chance to take this second set and go to the next round, and it will send Miss CHOU through to the one-loss side. Oh, nicely played. Just stunned in front of the 5. Anywhere back into the centre of the table. Leave yourself on the 6. That's perfect. It's looking ominous. I'm not sure what that was she put on the table then. Was it a shaping tool for her tip? Well, you couldn't have the last 4 balls placed any better than this, and it's going to be Amber Chen who advances to the next round. And I think on the whole, you can say a deserved winner. She has played the better of the two. CHOU never really got into perfect stroke, was struggling. So just this straightforward 10 ball for a good win. The Canada Open champion against the world 10 ball champion, and in it goes. And guys, we'll be back very, very soon with our next match on this table. It will be Roberto Gomez against Chen Yu Lung. Thanks for watching, guys. See you very, very soon.